Right, question 4, June 2012, Qu4. It's a geometric series question and it tells you that our un, or nth term, is 48 times a quarter to the power of n. Question A. Find the value of u1 and the value of u2. Well, u1 is equal to this. If you stick a 1 there, you stick a 1 there. So if that n is 1, that n is 1. So all you do is 48 times by a quarter to the power of 1. You don't need to show your 1 if you don't want to. 48 times by a quarter is the same as 48 divided by 4, which is 12. And the second term, you do exactly the same. If a 2 goes there, a 2 goes there. So that is 48 times by a quarter squared. A quarter squared is square the top, square the bottom, which is 48 divided by 16, which is, and if you're not sure, stick it on your calculator, 48 times by, and if you want to use your fraction button, it's a quarter to the power of 2. So if you want to put brackets in there and square it, you can do. So if you replay it and put a bracket in there and put a bracket in there, just so that you know how to do it on your calculator, and square that. So it's 48 times a quarter squared, and you get 3. But you should know that 48 divided by 16 is 3. So our first term is 12 and our second term is 3. Question B. Find the value of the common ratio. Well, the series now goes 12, 3, blah, 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 blah. So the common ratio is always the second term divided by the first term, which is 1/4. So that is the common ratio. Question C is find the sum to infinity of the series. The sum to infinity is the easiest formula to remember of all, which is a divided by 1 minus r. A is the first term, which is 12, and r is the common ratio, so that's 1 take away a quarter, which is the same as 12 divided by 3/4. You can either do that on your calculator or learn the divide by the fraction rule. If you divide by a fraction, the second fraction that you're dividing by, or the divising fraction, gets turned upside down. Or you've got your calculator if you want to do it on your calculator. So it's 12 divided by 3/4, which is 16. If you do it in your head, the 4 gets turned upside down. 4 times 12 is 48, and 48 divided by 3 is 16. And then question D asks you to find the value of this thing here between that and infinity of un. So you want all the terms between 4 and infinity, and you don't want any of the terms before that. So you want all of the terms that exist apart from term 1, term 2 and term 3. You already know that if you add all of the terms up to infinity, they all add up to 16. So basically you want to take away from 16 term 1, 2 and 3. You already know term 1 and 2. Term 1 and 2 was 12 and 3, and all you have to do is find the third term. The third term you can get by doing what you were doing before. So if we just stick here, what we're doing for here, for term 3. Term 3 is 48 times a quarter to the power of 3. Okay, you can do that on your calculator if you need to. 48 times by, and if you put it in your fraction button, 1/4 to the power of 3, which is 3/4. So that's 3/4 there. You stick 3/4 in there, and you just stick the rest in your calculator. So that will be 16 minus the first term, the second term, and the third term. You want to keep the fourth term and all the rest, and the answer there is 1/4.